Hello and welcome to another episode of Ankle Sore and our preview of round 2. And funny enough, 2 teams already have a bye and 2 teams after round 1 are 0 and 2. Who are those 2 teams?
Collingwood.
Yep.
And the Tigers.
That's right. Thursday, MCG, 7:30, Collingwood versus St. Kilda. Vito.
Well, I tell you what, they wouldn't want to drop this Collingwood, all jokes aside.
No, they wouldn't because they'll be 0 and 3 after 2 rounds.
Really? Does that make sense?
When's it going to end, that joke?
All
Hell-
year. Until it evens out after
It
round
can't
7.
even end. 7?
Yeah,
It's
something
round
like that.
7.
Yeah, something like that.
Then we'll all be back. I'll continue because it's a fast.
All
But
due,
go.
all due respect, and I know I said this last week, I think they'll bounce back this week. St Kilda won't be able to hold them.
Yeah, I reckon.
Not at the G, I don't think. I know they'll flood it back, and they will. Collingwood will kick 10 goals, but St Kilda will kick 7. It's going to be one of those games, I think.
I won't be watching it.
I know you said
Of
you
course
weren't watching St
Oh, I
Kilda.
told you, I'm not watching St Kilda games. I'm not interested.
I reckon.
Move on.
What do you think? Like, what do you think?
I think St Kilda's going to win. Why? Because Collingwood have played 8 horrendous quarters of football. Well, they're just going to go down the street and go to the shop with their phone and tap in and go, oh, just grab a jar of form, please.
But
You got any form behind the counter there?
hold on a minute.
hang on.
I said the last episode, Collingwood in trouble. And you said no, they're not. It's 0 and 3.
I
They're
said
in
they're
huge
not.
trouble.
I said they're not.
Oh, you?
No, he did.
Do you agree
Yeah,
they're in trouble?
trouble.
They're in huge
No, I
trouble.
said
They're not in trouble for, disastrous not making finals.
yeah,
or-
they are.
No.
I don't know. It's
0 and
too
3.
early- it's too
0
early.
and 3, they're not.
Well, 0. It's almost panic stations.
David
Panic
Cameron,
stage.
mate.
Get the ball, he gathers well and kicks it to Cameron, who's marked 40 metres from goal. He'll have to kick it quickly because there's under a minute left. Cameron, move it. Panic stations.
Yeah, 0 and 3, mate.
Do you honestly
They're
think?
not travelling well enough.
Do you
They're not
honestly think St
scoring
Kilda will
well.
win this
Yeah,
game?
they will.
They can, because he'll
Well, they
play.
can.
It'll be a scrap heap because, only
Yeah,
because
scrap
St Kilda
heap.
the way they play. But it'll be 10 goals, 10, 11 goals to 7, 3-4 goal win.
How's that
Collingwood will win.
defence going to go against King and Membry and who are dangerous?
King, who's king?
Come on.
Max
Leo King.
Max
Yeah,
King?
yeah,
Max,
and
Max.
Membry. Leo King.
Yeah,
And
Membry's
Marshall.
all right. Marshall's ruckman. How many did King kick last game? I don't know the answer. I'm just asking.
Out of 9, 2. Membry kicked 3.
Okay.
There's 5 goals between them. See, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
if
there's nothing
they
else.
can hold them out, they're gone St Kilda. Honestly,
So how's Collingwood going to score?
they've got plenty,
Nah,
mate.
that's why he said 11-7.
That's
Scrap
what I mean.
heap.
That's what I mean.
My check will kick. Ellie can still kick goals. I don't care what.
And-
He's on the Elliott bandwagon.
I love
You're-
him. I reckon
I
he's
know you
done.
do.
And all we need is rain. Oh, I imagine it rains in this game.
It'll be 6 goals to 4.
Melbourne, rain.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, true.
So I think Collingwood.
I think St Kilda should really steel themselves up. This is a gettable game. Real gettable.
You're right. You're right.
Real gettable. Collingwood have had 8 poor quarters.
Yeah, I agree. I'm sitting on the fence on this one. I don't know.
No, that's my job.
Yeah, I know,
Have a tip,
I know.
mate. You got to have a tip.
But you have a tip because we've got to move on.
Oh, Collingwood, because I just don't like
Because you
St.
can't,
Kilda.
you can't
I
step
can't-
out of the.
Fair enough.
You can't step. Friday, Adelaide Oval, 7:40 p.m. Adelaide Geelong. This is a good game of footy.
Great game of footy. Great game. I don't know. If it doesn't rain, Adelaide win.
I trust Geelong more than Adelaide, even though it's in Adelaide.
I'd like to see Taylor Walker play this week.
That's
Let's
what I was
say
going to
that.
say.
Touch and go.
Does he
Yeah.
play? What's it go?
No,
Not
I
sure.
don't know.
Not sure.
Old man disease.
Syndrome?
Not
Yeah.
sure.
Look, Adelaide only because it's.
See, I said disease, you said syndrome. He was right, I was wrong. I just didn't know the word.
Syndrome.
Yeah, I said he had disease.
How's going to be a syndrome?
No, old
be a
man
disease.
syndrome.
What a
It's not
syndrome
a
is.
disease,
Old
is
man
it?
disease.
It's not a disease.
Well, yeah.
What's he got? Hamstringitis.
That's what I mean. He hasn't got a disease. I was right. I
dear.
couldn't think of the word.
Anyway, I think Adelaide.
Hamstring deficiency syndrome.
Yeah, that's itis.
Itis.
I think Adelaide at home. You're right about Geelong. You probably trust them more, but I think
I
Adelaide
do.
at home are a different side. And if the weather stands up okay, Geelong won't go away. Don't get me wrong. I think it'll be close, but I think Adelaide just might get them, only because it's at home. But it could go either way.
I like Adelaide too this week.
Don't like Adelaide's bottom 6 players. I had a good look at them.
What about Geelong's bottom?
Geelong's
six?
bottom 6 are better. That's where I'm going on that game.
All right.
They
So-
fall away pretty quickly, Adelaide. I'm not going to go through it right now in
It'd
this
be
episode.
it'd be-
but you have a look at their best side,
Yeah.
and they fall away pretty quickly. They got good
Yeah,
players.
you're right. It'd be interesting to have everyone's bottom 6 players play a game of indoor footy
Yeah.
and see who's got the best
6 on
talent.
6.
Like,
That'd
just
be interesting, wouldn't
it'd
it?
be good, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Like the worst
Or
6.
fantasy footy and just do the bottom 6 players.
Yeah, but what's
That's
You gotta
another-
pick your bottom
that's another
six.
episode.
No, lowest scores wins. So you've got to pick the bottom 6.
By all means, Statman,
Okay,
monitor
let's
it.
go
That's
on.
good.
Marvel Stadium, 1:45, North Melbourne are hosting Fremantle. Vito.
Okay, I'm going to say one thing.
Go on.
Dear,
Go on.
You can't say anything.
if we are to improve this year, I'm being serious here. If we are to improve this year, these are games. I don't care how they go today, Fremantle. I don't care if they win by 10 goals or lose by 10 goals. If we are to improve these games at Marvel, we need to win them.
He's
Yeah,
right.
I know.
Okay. He's
You're
right.
right.
He's
So
right.
you're 100% right.
So I'm not talking about Dersma, McKercher, these kids that we've got and so forth. I'm talking about, LDU that have been there enough now, Beatty Scott, Simpkin if he plays. Anyway, the guys that have been there enough, they need to stand up and beat these sides, right? Now, if we can't do that, can't manage to beat, say, Freo at home, we're going to improve.
No, I agree.
So on that proviso, I'm actually going to tip North, and I think they might get away with it. And when I say tip them, not with any confidence, Marvel, I think they'll come out. What I saw on the weekend, which we're going to elaborate on later on Club Corner, I liked. So I think they can get over the line. A couple of goals. Just.
I
2
agree.
goals.
I think they can get over the line. Like, they play well at Marvel North.
They do.
I think they've got this new running game that with the players.
Oh, the ground suits them.
One of the things I said to him yesterday was, how do you think Stevens went? He goes, oh, he was okay. I said, yeah, but you know what he's done? He's taken Jaden Stevenson. You don't have to play up in the wing
right.
where
Yeah,
you
I
won't
agree.
touch the ball.
That's right.
You can play down where you belong to kick the goals, right? They've got the players to do that now.
Yeah.
They're
It
not the
reminds
best
me of
players.
an old, like, Nick Del Sano out
Yeah,
on
just
a wing
up in-
when he's
yeah,
playing
that's
that.
it.
Can I just
Between
say,
the arcs.
between the
I
arcs,
know we
yep.
said we're not going to go back, but I just have to say this. They need to play
Well,
big.
don't do it then.
They need to play Biggie Newen or Compton.
He's
this
going
week.
to tell you off after the show bad.
Biggie Newen or
I
Compton
can't
have to
answer
play.
it. I just can't answer it.
You have
tell
to.
me. Well, you're right. You've got to play. Oh, I'm tipping North. They've had a couple of good practice matches. They're okay last week. This is it. This is the time for them now.
This is North's grand
They've
final.
got, they beat Freo last year in Freo, so
They need to play another defender, though, especially with Goda going down.
they've got to bring in another defender. But, yeah, I'm tipping North. Let's get to the next game. Saturday MCG, 4:35 p.m. Hawthorn, Melbourne.
Good game. This
It
is
could be.
an interesting game. I don't think Hawthorn will kick poorly again.
But do you think you're going to get the opportunities with that Melbourne backline that they got to get?
No.
Good call.
Jeez, Mitch Lewis, yeah. What's he
Are
going to
you
do?
kidding
call.
me? Lever and May. If Lewis couldn't get a kick, I'm not saying it doesn't work like that.
They
but,
shouldn't
No,
have
but
got.
you're right.
Shouldn't have got rid of Kaczynski.
you're taking the piss now.
Absolutely.
They won't get 28 kick shots for goal again.
Well, if they lose
Probably not.
Chol, Marble, or whatever his name is,
What?
because
Maybe
he's got subbed and he hurt his back.
Did he?
Oh,
Yeah, so-
I thought it was
So
just
that might
tactical.
hurt them. I'm not saying Chol is a 6-goal player.
No, but it helps.
Just that
Yeah,
structure.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's
agree.
So that
absolutely
could
handy.
be an issue for them
Yeah.
Well,
because that's
what-
their strength.
I actually, I'll be honest, I think Melbourne,
You can,
comfortably
if
too
Melbourne
good.
come off the back of beating the Dogs by 7 goals today,
it doesn't
Yeah.
work like that, we know.
I know that, but they'll be kicking.
Remember as a kid? Yeah. They beat them by. Carlton beat Geelong by 7 goals.
So they should beat.
Yeah, they'll beat Essendon
Oh,
because they
like-
lost to.
Tigers are tougher than cats. Tigers rip cats in the jungle. That sort of thought.
And that too, yeah.
Look,
yeah.
when you're a kid,
No,
come on.
I didn't go. I wasn't
If
from those
Hawthorn-
side of the tracks.
Melbourne are too good. They'll be disappointed.
They're
they lost
better.
it. That'd be a really bad
They're
loss.
bottom 6 of pool.
But anyway, what are you tipping?
Yeah, Melbourne.
Yeah, you have to.
Yeah, Melbourne. Saturday night, SCG, 7:30. Sydney versus Essendon. This is a good game of football.
This will be a really good game.
This
of
is my
football.
new team.
In your eyes, it is.
I just want to say one thing.
Your
right?
team against his team.
One thing I just want to say here. If Essendon want to be respected, that's the word.
Good point. He's all
Essendon-
over it tonight.
If Essendon want to be respected as a finals
Contender.
whatever that's it, they've got to. They've got to.
They're not win.
All right. They've got to be right there.
Competitive.
Yeah.
They've got to be right there at the final
They've got to
siren.
push 'em,
and
yeah,
go,
yeah.
you know what? Geez, Essendon gave Sydney a run for their money and lost
Yeah.
by 10 points.
Yeah.
They're not fair enough.
And-
if they go to Sydney and
get
lose by
walloped,
6
yeah.
goals, is it back to square? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, if Sydney get that game going like they destroyed Collingwood, they'll destroy Essendon the same way.
Yeah.
But this will be interesting to see how Essendon go up forward if Peter Wright stands up again. How does Guelphy go? How does those small, like Perkins and
middle tier.
Durham can actually back up a second good game? How does the defence hold up? Yeah,
a lot of
great
ifs.
test for him.
A lot of ifs.
Yeah.
Logan McDonald, maybe we could be a little bit wrong about it.
He got 3 over the top.
He did.
He got
he threw.
kicked all his goals on the goal line.
I was going to
He
say,
got- he
come
Three Joe the
on.
Gooses.
Three Joe
Joe
the
the
Goose.
Goose.
We haven't got time for this. But who's Joe?
Write in the comments, what's Joe the Goose? Who is
well-
Joe?
And
What happened to the goose?
And why is he a goose?
But what happened to the Goose? Yeah, why is he a Goose?
Because then he kicks goals over
But
the
I'm
top.
tipping Sydney. I
Same here.
they should be able to win
Get
this
over
game of
it.
footy.
Yeah. Tipping Essendon.
I'm the one that should be tipping Essendon. Essendon's
Yeah,
my
I know,
home
but
rate,
you've got. So here's the problem with AFL, right? I'm tipping Essendon because that's how football goes.
Nah, that's crap.
Okay.
So you tipping Essendon?
I'm tipping
tip the
Essendon.
team for a reason, not because that's how
Yeah,
footy goes.
because that's how footy goes.
Nah,
Because
disagree.
everyone's talking up the
there's
Swans.
There's no
Nah.
substance in that.
Everyone's talking up the Swans like they've won the flag already after
Why?
one round.
Why
come
can
on.
Essendon win?
Because they can.
Because they
Because
can.
that's how footy
Because
goes.
that's how footy
Because
works.
they've got Simon Madden in the forward line.
Yeah.
No.
Give me
My
a
po-
reason.
Because they're potent. They can kick goals.
They can. That's a good point.
Their taller forward line towers over Sydney's smaller back
Yeah,
line.
but those Sydney backmen, they just scrag.
Just
That's
gotta,
okay.
I just got
It's
a
a free kick
concern
if you
when
scrag.
it's going Sydney's way.
Yes. Yeah,
How's
perhaps.
Essendon going? Is Stringer running out of the
Yeah,
out
no
of the
worries.
forward
Yeah,
line?
he will. If you attach a biscuit to the football, he'll chase it.
They had one midfielder yesterday, Essendon, Zach Merritt, and they kicked 17 goals.
Perkins was sensational. He's best on
Yeah,
ground.
he's not a recognised midfielder. They've
And
got
Gresham helps too through that. Like
exactly. You're making the
Look, don't
point
get
for
me
me.
wrong. Don't get me wrong.
Essendon by 10 points. No.
Exactly.
I think Sydney will just win, but if
I think
Essendon,
Sydney
but
still.
you get my point. They won't respect Essendon. They need to play
See,
well.
that's where I think you're wrong. If you think Sydney will just win, Essendon win the game. It's a Sydney.
Why?
Because it's a Sydney smashing. Because I'll just go about their way, or Essendon take it up to them, and Sydney go, oh, hang on a minute.
Well, let's just get the dice out and just
No.
play dice footy then.
They played
that.
terrible yesterday, Essendon.
Essendon,
They can
Essendon
win.
were good.
I'm tipping
I like-
Essendon.
Okay.
I like what I see.
I'm
at
tipping Essendon against
enough.
Sydney, undefeated. Sydney, and Essendon's undefeated
Essendon
too.
will be
by
undefeated.
one.
Sunday at Mars Stadium. Don't say it. Don't say it. Mars Stadium, 1 p.m. Western Bulldogs are playing Gold Coast.
Next, and I mean next.
I thought you meant we're going to go to Mars. Just
pick a
last
Oh,
year,
no, I was going to say helps work, rest, and play, whatever it's
helps
called.
you work. Yeah, a Mars a day. If you ate a Mars a day on that commercial,
I'd be a fat pig.
you'd be diabetic problems.
You know,
yeah.
A Mars a day. Imagine going to the doctor. What's your problem? I eat a Mars bar a day.
Yeah, 'cause that's
funny-
it helps you work, rest, and play.
Helps you work, rest, and play.
done.
That's
Funny
poor
story.
advertising, Mars.
So, funny story. When Mars was sponsoring Carlton, they said
Yeah.
if Carlton wins a premiership, we'll give a Mars bar to every Australian.
Every Australian.
Yeah, like 25 million or whatever. Yeah.
If
That would've-
Carlton won the
Yeah,
flag,
this was like 10 years ago.
Yeah, that would
Well,
be
no
marvellous.
chance. Yeah, that's right. They'll no chance. So, cool, it's good marketing.
Next, and
lucky it wasn't in the 80s when Carlton was sponsored by Foster's.
Yeah, true.
yeah, next, and Gold Coast bubble will burst. As much as I don't rate the Dogs, they'll wallop them. Yep,
It's too cold. It's gonna
they'll wallop them.
snow down
Matt
there.
Rao's been playing good footy, or just
Yeah,
on
he's
that
just been
note?
great.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he'd probably
Right. So when it's cold, how's Matt Rowell go? He likes the nice lush grass.
He does.
For many
I'm going to
reasons.
stick my neck out here. Gold Coast have the form.
And win.
Yep,
Okay.
they have the form.
Second up, like
They've
a
been playing-
racehorse, Bulldogs
They've
will
been
win.
playing good
Yeah,
footy.
Bulldogs will win.
Gee, I know how the Dogs are. They're a bit scrappy and they're a bit.
Yeah, I know, but
they-
Mars Stadium
they
just
don't
bring-
look system. At Mars Stadium, you could have 9 degrees and blowing a gale. Like
And
Can
that's why Gold Coast
Yeah.
won't like it.
they won in the wet on Saturday night.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
humidity, it's hot.
Humidity, they play in that humidity, so it's slippery. Adelaide don't.
they're the AFL players.
Okay, all right.
Adelaide.
So Gold Coast.
I'm picking
last
Gold
week.
Coast.
that's
Oh, yeah.
Last night.
Picking Gold Coast.
Okay. We're going Bulldogs.
Dogs, yep.
Sunday, 4 p.m. MCG, Richmond versus Port Adelaide.
You going or happy to cover? While you're thinking,
Port by 50 points.
look, Richmond had a crack against Carlton, as
They did.
we all know, and they
Good
gave
on
it their
them
right,
too.
and could have actually stolen that in the end. But watching Port today, given they played at home against West Coast, but if Port get their running game going on the G, I think I don't know about 50, 5-6 goals comfortably.
Rosie and Butters today were tremendous.
How's
60 possessions.
How's Richmond
between
going to
them.
stop that?
They can't. They're going to lose 3 more players through injury.
Who? Oh yes.
Well, last week they lost Prestia.
Yeah.
Young's got
Oh, no.
concussion, and the kid
Gibcus.
Gibcus
Did his
did a
knee.
knee. So there's 3
Yeah.
more
no,
that
I think 5.
come up. They don't have much depth. as it
Anywhere
is.
between 5, 7, or 8 goals. It'd be comfortable.
Port win comfortably, just because of that.
Yeah.
Like
It's
you
not
can't replenish. You've got nothing as it is. Your best 22's average at best.
Yeah.
These
Richmond.
days. Yeah.
She's so lucky that Martin and Lynch got through.
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
So we're all going Port. Unanimous.
Yeah, unanimous.
Sunday, 6:50 p.m. Optus Stadium. That is West Coast versus GWS. That normal time slot of 6:50 on a Sunday night that we all love.
We won't be covering this one either, people.
I've got GWS.
It's a waste of time.
They could play.
But it won't be a smashing because that's football.
Yeah, 'cause that's how it is. They got
Now
smacked
you're
by.
being silly.
They got smacked by.
They got beat by
They didn't play that well against North, so they won't.
So,
That's right.
so you're talking about the potential
They've-
premiers
they
against the
beat-
wooden spooners.
They beat GWS they beat North by 39, Collingwood by 32.
At 71
So they really should beat West Coast
by
by
over 90.
No, that's
Hey,
football.
you better turn your phone off if Essendon win, boys.
No,
I won't be that
I'd
surprised.
Be if Essendon won. I'm Essendon's biggest.
Hang on, what do you mean you
I'm a
won't be?
bigger believer than Essendon.
I
than
said you
two.
win, but Essendon
That's
need
true.
to show, need to show something.
I said last week you
Someone
better
be
have your phone
respected.
on when Essendon beat Hawthorn and
No,
crickets.
I
heard
tried.
crickets.
It didn't work. It
Yeah,
wasn't. It
his
said
phone didn't work.
call failed.
Call failed.
GWS by 10 goals plus. Simple as that.
Yeah, easily, quite possibly.
I'll kick the sweep this week. GWS.
Yeah, and Peter
Hey,
Landy will give us the.
I'm going to say something. What's Toby Green doing?
37 possessions.
He was losing his
Huh?
mind.
37 possessions. Oh, no, that was the other Green, Tom Green.
No,
he's
Toby. You know the overrated one? He's kicked 1 goal 11
Has he really?
in 2 weeks, or
No, I
1
didn't
goal
know
9 or
that.
something.
No, I'm not 1-11. 1-8 or 1-9.
He kicked 5 yesterday behind, and he
Yeah.
kicked 1 goal 3
Oh,
or
yeah,
4
so he's
the week
about right.
before.
1-9. He's about, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't know that.
What's he? But have you seen him?
No.
See,
Well,
he's
you
right.
seen him on TV.
Yeah, he looks like Barney Rubble.
Something's not right.
Nah, he looks
It's Barney Rubble playing.
he
man.
looks
Yeah,
off.
Oh, yeah, for
However,
Fred, I would have said to you, maybe he's got sore feet from driving with his feet.
he looks off, mate. Toby Green.
And when he gets locked out at the end, when he keeps knocking on the door,
Yeah.
there's no window. Just jump in the window.
I don't understand that. Boy, and then the cat comes out and
And the cat comes out of the
gets
window.
angry.
Go in the window.
I agree.
Don't knock on the door.
I agree. Anyway,
Done?
Done.
Okay.
There you have it, our preview of round 2 in the books. Let us know in the comments down below who you think wins this week, and we'll see you on the next one.